for bicycling and walking. It says bike lanes, you repave the street, you put them in. It says sidewalks, part of that, you put them in. So we started with the word routine accommodation. It's now moved to the word complete streets, just sort of different versions of the same thing. And the complete streets movement, of course, is absolutely taken off across America. States, counties, cities, MPOs, everywhere are adopting complete streets policies because they are realizing that if we're going to build transportation for all Americans, we need to have complete streets. By the way, I was covering, I'm going to mention this later, but I'll mention it now. 1/3 of all Americans don't drive a car. So if they're in a car, somebody else is driving. That's 100 million people. So if we're going to continue to have public support for transportation, we cannot ignore 100 million people. So the social equity issues related to transportation are huge. It's a bit of an aside. I'll touch on that later, but I think something to keep in the background. Other ways of institutionalizing it, I've probably gotten more bike facilities built is environmental impact statements through them than just about anything else. Anything linear. So when I work with advocates and people want to promote biking, I say, who has linear needs? Public sector, private sector, cable, fiber optics, cable folks, water, sewer. Those are scarce linear urban resources. And so quite often you have something in common. You say, okay, you need a new pipeline here or a new water line. We would like a trail on top of it, and we'll support you. So it becomes a partnership. Huge, huge opportunities there. Health impact statements. This is an area that's really, really growing. And one of the things we're finding, of course, is that we have typically some of the worst air in some of the lowest income neighborhoods. And quite often through health impact statements,